This skull belonged to an anatomically modern human. For roughly 200,000 years, people with our exact brain volume and physical dexterity have walked the earth. Yet the historical record tells a much shorter story. This cuneiform tablet represents the point where history becomes a written record, a process that only began within the last 10,000 to 12,000 years. We can quantify this 200,000-year span into a more relatable metric: human generations. Assuming a 25 to 30-year lifespan, our species has been on Earth for roughly 7,000 generations. Recorded history only covers the final 400 generations. The other 6,600 remain in shadow. This raises a difficult question. What were those 6,600 generations doing? It is mathematically jarring to assume they spent 200 millennia as hunter-gatherers without ever attempting to organize into complex societies. This mathematical vacuum suggests our textbook narrative of a single linear rise to civilization is an incomplete reconstruction of our past. Skeptics often argue that if advanced societies existed 50,000 years ago, we would see their ruins today. But this overlooks the science of taphonomy, the study of how evidence decays over time. Modern infrastructure degrades with surprising speed. Within a few thousand years, wood rots, steel rusts away, and reinforced concrete crumbles into dust. Planetary forces like tectonics and glaciation act as a global eraser. Over a 200,000-year timescale, they can physically grind away remaining stone or ceramic evidence. Sea level changes complicate the search. During the last glacial maximum, the oceans were 120 meters lower than they are today, exposing massive new land bridges. The prime coastal real estate where early humans likely built complex settlements is now entirely submerged beneath our current oceans. The absence of physical ruins is a predictable result of Earth's surface recycling engine. Archaeologists discovered Göbekli Tepe in southeastern Turkey, a site dating back 11,600 years that forces a reconsideration of human development. The site features 20-ton stone pillars and intricate artwork, constructed without the wheel, pack animals, or metallurgy. This monumental structure creates a paradox. It was built by hunter-gatherers long before the invention of agriculture. Göbekli Tepe demonstrates that early humanity possessed the capacity for massive social coordination and engineering tens of thousands of years earlier than assumed. If humans had the brainpower for civilization, we must ask why technological culture did not accelerate 100,000 years ago. Extreme population bottlenecks provide an answer. Roughly 70,000 years ago, the Toba volcanic eruption reduced the global human population to a fragile 10,000 to 30,000 individuals. Small populations struggle to maintain complexity. Knowledge is easily lost within a single generation if key individuals die or a community collapses. Then came the Younger Dryas anomaly. Approximately 12,900 years ago, global temperatures violently plummeted, plunging the planet back into near-glacial conditions for 1,200 years. This deep freeze coincides with the mass extinction of megafauna across the northern hemisphere, a violently disruptive event for anything living on Earth. Early humanity lacked planetary stability, facing repeated environmental resets that wiped out their cultural progress. Human history is likely not a single upward line from cavemen to modern skyscrapers. Instead, the evidence points toward a cyclical model, a series of waves where early societies repeatedly achieved complexity, only to be erased by ice ages, impacts, or floods. Modernity represents a cycle of society that survived long enough to establish permanent global resilience. We have achieved a kind of historical escape velocity. This highlights the fragility of our own moment. Our digital records and infrastructure would vanish rapidly if another Younger Dryas level reset occurred today. For the first time in 200,000 years, humanity has developed the technological instruments capable of looking past the Earth's erasure. The 190,000 years of silence represent an ongoing cyclical human saga recorded in stones and sediment, chapters we are finally learning how to read.